Good morning. I am going to try a new product today. It is the AG curl trigger, and I was just at Ulta, didn't intend to buy anything. I was with a friend, and of course I picked this up. Had to try something new. I have just done a deep moisture treatment with my Wavy score that I got last week. It's the 12-minute treatment. It was on sale for $15 instead of $52. So I couldn't pass that up. I had my roots touched up this week, and it's actually been straightened for 3 days because that's what the stylist did when we got done. And so I don't know. That's the first time I've straightened it in 3 months. So we'll see how that does. So it's damp, and I'm going to try just using the curl trigger. It's supposed to be a standalone product, so we shall see how that goes. As you can see, I don't have a bunch of wave when it's wet and not styled. So here we go. I understand you're supposed to use, oh good, I got my eye. Well, I'm getting it all over the place. I love the idea of a spray, and I love the idea of a lighter product. Not weighing down your hair. I'm going to scrunch it in. I'm going to try to scrunch up closer to the roots, see if I can get any more canopy wave. And in the back, which I always forget. I don't know. That was maybe a lot of squirts, maybe too much. I also got my bangs trimmed, which is nice, because then I'll just be able to diffuse them. I won't have to curl them with the curling iron. So I have no idea how this will turn out. This is an experiment. That's how I always think of my hair. It's always an experiment. And I hope you can hear me. I keep forgetting to talk up over this fan, doggone it. So here we go. I'm going to scrunch it in. I might kind of try a little bit of a smaster's technique, and that is where you put your product in, pixie diffuse your hair to about halfway, and then she'll scrunch in more like BioSilk Rock Hard Gel or whatever your heavy gel is. I might try doing it halfway and squirting a little more of the curl trigger in and see if, I don't want to overdo it, but then again, I think a lot of times we underdo our product. It's just your natural inclination to try and not do too much. And I'm going to towel scrunch it just a wee bit. Discovering I really like flour sack towels to scrunch. I don't know why. I love my Diva microfiber towels, and these best. They're just, I think they're nice because they're thin. They're not that way when you first get them, but after a few washes they get really malleable and nice. So they really are a great scrunching tool. Okay, so now I'm going to diffuse it a little. Pick up those roots. Get a little volume up here so it's not flat to my head. So there you can see what we're getting so far. It's not bad. Kind of a beachy wave. And I'm going to diffuse it a little bit, and then I will be back. So I've diffused it a bit. It's got some pretty nice wave going. I can't tell what the back looks like, of course, but I'm about, this is probably about 50%. I am just going to use a little more of this because, like I said, this is kind of a modified smaster's technique. I just think it might need a little more I should wet my hands before I scrunch so that it doesn't stick. That's maybe a lot. I don't know. Wet my hand a little bit. And I know it seems like then this should pull the curl out again, but sometimes this is a really nice technique to get a little more volume in. I think because the weight of sopping wet is gone. So I think this probably works better with wavy than curly. And especially heavy wavy. I have medium weight hair. It's not fine. It's not thick, it's not coarse. So that's what it looks like now, half dry, and then I just smastered in some more of the trigger. Getting a little bit of canopy frizz, but not bad. Okay, back. And here I am. This is probably, I want to touch it, but I'd say 75% dry. Of course, this is supposed to be a more spray and go, air dry kind of thing. If you have a wavier pattern than I do, you can probably do that. So, got pretty good volume, and of course, I will always lose my volume to a pretty good extent later on. I'm going to let it air dry, and I will show you the finished product later. Put this together. I actually pretty much like this. I think this is pretty, you know, what I can tell so far, it's not going to give you super strong hold or anything. I think this would be really great if you want that beachy summery look. And let's see how it turns out. I shall return. Okay, so now it is pretty dry. I scrunched it out. It is a little crunchy, but I might have used too much or not evenly enough. Plus, I did just do that deep conditioning treatment. I might not have gotten that completely out, but it is not bad. I will continue to play with it. We'll see how it holds up. I, of course, clipped these sides back. Here, let me show you. My hair is just not as wavy. And, of course, when I have it down, it just looks a little formless. I'm not crazy about that. So I just really like to do this. I don't know. Maybe it's too young for somebody who's looking for somebody who's about to turn 50, but I don't know. I like how it is. I hope it's fine. Anyway, quite a good wave came back. It feels pretty bouncy, so I think it'll last pretty well. And I never get 2 days out of my waves. Once I sleep on it, it's just so. But, and it might also be a nice second day, third day hair product when you spritz your hair down or just re-wet it. But I gotta say, it is not bad. And I think I just need to learn to use it some more. It's a very liquidy spray product. I think it is probably similar to, say, the Diva Spray Gel, which I didn't care for, but I really think I didn't care for it because of the delivery method. That one, it did not squirt out as fine. I don't know if you can see this, as this one does. This comes out in a really nice mist. So I think if I can get how to use the bottle and the amounts and stuff, this could be a pretty nice product, and I think it would be pretty quick in comparison to using 2 or 3 products. The other possibility is it might be nice to use like a flaxseed gel underneath it. Spray that on top. I feel like it's going to have a decent hold. And I'm telling you, usually I have to use stuff like BioSilk Rock Hard Gel. So, here's the back, which I thought looked pretty good. So there we are. That is my experiment with the AG Hair Cosmetics Curl Trigger, which is basically, it's a spray gel. And I think it doesn't do a bad job for something quick. And if you have a stronger pattern, I really think you might want to check it out, try it, and maybe use it for wash and go. I think it would really work. So thank you for coming along on my AG Curl Trigger experiment ride. Now I should go put some makeup on, hey? Well, thanks, and I will see you next time. I think I'm going to try to do a second, third day hair type video sometime this week. So, to show you what I do. And thank you for watching. Bye.